Hello guys, welcome back to the crew of Wildrun. A little bit different this time because I am recording with Shadowplay in-game now, which means that I can record at 60 FPS, which is not the case with Open Broadcaster service or software where I normally use OBS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the videos that I made so far of the new qualifier. So sort of a roundup. I have a bit of everything. We'll start with a quick look on the drag race. Put it like this. What we are using here is a couple of rough CTR3s in combination with a Mustang, and that way we can get the best score. The idea here is that the Mustang scores, so don't mind me crashing all over the place. Sweet Francais is the guy in the Mustang in this run. We switched up. I've been in the Mustang, the other teammates have been in the Mustang, so we switched it up. He scored a 13.96 in this run. We basically take the rough because they have a better acceleration. The Mustang is a bit slower at acceleration, but on a long track it is the best to use. If you put it full grip, it can reach 655 kilometers an hour. As you can see here, 654 he did by the draft he gets from the roughs. That's sort of the idea here. And as you can see here, our team, this was recorded yesterday, our team had top 4 at that moment. So that's for the drag, I guess, because we were going to do another run and I stopped the video here. So that's for the drag race. Quickly show one of the runs I did, best so far I think, in the monster race, and at the end I kind of mess up, so you can score more. Over here I leave the backflip out because, well, it's a bit risky, sometimes you don't land it on that one. But by the looks of it I had enough speed here though to do it, but I kept it out. Then we have 2 towers left, but for the last one you need a lot of speed and precision to aim for the gap there, and that's what I kind of missed up there. Because I already have 73,000 here, it's a 3,000 or 4,000 combination, if you can land on the 1,000 here. Which I totally missed, and so I have to take the 1,000 just like that. But normally it's a 3,000 or 4,000 combination, which would give you 77 or 78,000 in total. But still, it's good enough for top 10 anyway. 4th at that moment, I don't know if it's still the case, but it was earlier this evening that I did this. And I was 4th overall at that moment. But 3rd or 4th, maybe if I could have made the last landing, I would have had it, but... So that's for the monster arena. Quickly do the scramble test. What I'm using here is the Abarth in monster spec, and as I will show you here, I have put it in manual. Because if you do not put it in manual, it goes to 4th gear and then you don't have any acceleration going uphill. So you need to put it in 3rd gear so that the acceleration keeps going. This is not my best run, but it comes close though. And basically we do just some climbing. We leave the points be, we do not go for the flag or anything. We take this route because it's just more climbing meters. Take a jump here and then it's all uphill again if you go this way. And then you can score 8,000 plus. Top time at that moment was close to 9,000, I believe. Not sure what I scored in this one. 83.97. I did have a best run of 85,150 something, which was good enough for 2nd place at that moment. Might be improved meanwhile, because a lot of people were hanging out there. I do not have the jump skill, which is done with the drag car. Same story, put it in manual, keep it in 3rd gear, and that will give you the best score. Not sure where I am now in the ranking. I scored, I only did it yesterday, the jump skill, and I scored over 12,000 points doing so. The rough CTR3 in manual, and keep it in 3rd gear, and hit the nitro just for the ramp, and then you can score 12,000 plus. Quickly do the crew time attack. We did done that yesterday with 4 of us. I couldn't get a decent time, and then later on with the RT Seattle in a box, we did it with 2 of us, but that still needs improvement. But it's sort of, well, it's a roundup video of day 1, let's call it that. Haven't been in this attack today, so basically it's avoiding trees. We are using the Camaro here. We have tried also in the other crew I was earlier. We tried all sort of cars. The Silverado is no good because it doesn't reach enough speed for the upcoming jump over the water, and that's a bit of a problem. So I don't know, we are using the Camaro here. The Mustang kind of flies all over the place. The same goes with the bikes, so those are not an option in my opinion. The Mini might be an option, but this jump cannot be made by the Silverado if you do not, you need to have 210 kilometers an hour at least, or you will not make the jump. And over here, well, you kind of sort of in the middle of nowhere, you don't see where you're going, so I had to change up the camera here, because this is not normally, I always use hood cam, but for raid spec I sometimes switch to this 3rd or 2nd person view, or whatever it's called. Eventually I end up with a time of, because I had to brake here, you can risk it going between the silos and the house there to reach the finish, but it's a bit tricky. Then 1:33 here, but I've seen meanwhile that I believe the top time is 1:24, which is like 9 seconds difference, and that's a bit too much. So I have to work on this one. This was yesterday evening, but meanwhile top times are 1:24. Drag Monster Scramble we have seen, speedtrap and the Stunt Race, so we'll do quickly the speedtrap. It's on, what is it here, some kind of track, don't even know the name, is it Golden Hills, I'm not sure. With a hammer, and that's not the best car to handle. You can barely make the corners here and on this track, but basically it's going around and around and around. I think we do 2 runs here. This one was for Sui Francais, and he will score like 3:48 or something. And then the second run will be for me. And then later on we did one with Husky reaching 3:55, I believe. Then we go around sort of twice, and then we dive in for number 4, and then we go around twice again to hit number 1. Because if you come out of the number 4 thing and you go in 1 immediately, that's not a good because now you don't have enough speed to hit number 1, so you have to go around again. Or you can also turn around, do 2-3 laps in this direction, 2-3 laps in the other direction. But we take it, well, that's what you do with these things. You take it day by day, you have a look at it, and by the end of the night, when I went to bed, our team was top 4 at the moment, so that was good enough for then. And then later on you see what the others are doing, and then you have to go in again and improve if needed, or if you're still top 10 or something, then we keep it like it is. But it can be improved though. I'm scoring 351, but not everything goes according to plan, or at least not perfectly to plan. Here we were still not decided which way we were going, but from that moment on we kept going in the same direction all the time. This is the second run that's going to run now, which is supposed to be my run. The first checkpoint we do is number 3, that's kind of okay. Pretty runs point where the checkpoint is. I kind of hit the drop just before it, so number 3 is kind of okay. I think I reached 380 plus something. I'm here behind, I go a bit up throttle and then now I hit the nitro and that's getting a bit drop from them, reaching 381. And then we go around to number 2, but my nitro bar is as good as empty, so that's not good. This can be better if you go around one more time and then go for number 2. I hit 360 here, but this can be 380 as well. Number 3 can be 380, number 2 can be 380 as well, because it's sort of the same point. We go around again, so normally we would have gone for number 2, but we decided to dive in here. So I will probably try to score number 4 here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And I kind of missed the drop here, so also there it might go faster. And I keep him on the take over here the lead to keep him on this route so that I can dive in for number 1 here. Because we're not using chat, we're using chat, not voice chat, so can't tell them what point I'm missing or where I'm not scoring very well. And because I hit the wall there, I only scored 287, so I have to go for number 1 again. But this time I sort of get it dropped, so I will score 330 or something there again. Which will result in a 351 total. But that can be improved though. Because number 2 was not ideal, and then I hit the wall here and I go uphill here, whatever there is. So we have 40 seconds left, but I'm kind of stuck at 351 and a half. Because now we are all over the place, and so I should have gotten the draft here for number 2, and then probably would have hit 380, giving something more. I think that's sort of what Husky did in the next run, which is not in this video, and he got like 355 or 356 or something. But again, we take a look on things day by day, and if needed and people are around, we get a crew together and try to improve. If we drop too deep in the standings, that's sort of how it works. You look at it day by day. But at this moment in time, which was yesterday evening, we were top 4 overall for the speed trap. So that's the speed trap. The stunt race. The stunt race is all about time bonus, I think. You always get a bit of time bonus, but this time you get a lot of time bonus. On the last checkpoint you can get over 7,000 points on time bonus. So it's a matter of going fast and leave some ramps be on the left and on the right, because it's all about time bonus and not that much about the stunts itself. I have a 64k run here. I think it is. I have 65k. Not sure which one I recorded though. We'll see. Halfway you have to be between 25 and 30,000 at the halfway point, because that's what it is. It's a run on the beach to the halfway point, and then you sort of come back. Here I just do a backflip because misty flips and stuff like that, you hit the rocks. So I just do a backflip, also that way gaining more speed. Just a backflip here. Here it's triple misty, but you need to get enough speed to get it landed just in time. I leave that ramp be because I don't have enough speed there for that ramp, so I'm constantly leaning forward as well to go as fast as possible. As I said, the time bonus will go up and up and up, and coming back at the last point you score 7,000. I scored 3,300 here already. It's not giving me it yet because that's the problem with these bonuses. You only get them now. So I score here 1,500 and I get the 3,000 with it from the previous jump with the time bonus thing. Because you do not get it unless until the next jump. As you will see here, I have 21,000. I do a simple backflip which is 1,800 or something and I will end up at 27,000 I believe. There you go. So I'm getting the time bonuses now. Here I just turn around. 3,600 time bonus, but it's not adding it. It will add it on this jump here. Simple backflip and then it will add the 3,000. So this is sort of a 5,000 jump. Have to look at like that sort of. Here we go right because this is a higher ramp. Misty here, sort of try to get through the houses. You can also go left here over the grass. Double Misty here. If you have enough speed you might be able to do a triple, but simple backflip here and get the time bonus again. Which is not that much this time, because I slowed down a bit with the cornering. Here just a backflip and then followed by a triple Misty, which you have to steer a bit to the right because otherwise you will land it to the rocks. Here is the time bonus, 6,900, and that's where you can score. On that point you can score 7,000. But the biggest problem is time in general though. There are a lot of big ramps at the end. There's one on the left as well, there is another one on the left, there is like small ramp just before the finish, but this is sort of the last point you can score because then you're out of time. I have 5 seconds left this time. I might get a bit of points here, but I'm not, although I landed and everything, but I'm not getting the landing, I'm not getting this jump. Because there's just not enough time in this run. So the result is 64,000, but meanwhile scores have gone up till 72,000, probably taking different routes or more misty flips, but I kind of just did backflips and go for the time bonus. I do 2 or 3 triple misty flips, and other than that I just do backflips and go on the lean forward key as much as possible to get as much speed and as high time bonus as possible. I'm in 6th here at the moment, but as you can see, when I started doing this 70,000 was the highest score, but meanwhile you have a 71 and a 72, and those are, as far as I know, actual players, so we're not talking about cheaters here, so 72,000 is possible. And speaking of cheaters, I haven't seen them around anymore. Ocular Crawdad and DJ Christian, and that's pretty simple. They probably got a ban or something, but there's someone called Dashnor now, and that's the same person as DJ Christian, and he's still doing it again. For instance, on the escape hill, you can load up his ghost and he starts flying all over the place again, and he had the best score over 10,000 points, while all the others come 8,000-9,000 something. So think we've seen it all now, sorta. Those are all small videos that I recorded with Shadowplay. Now I'm recording with OBS. Not sure how it's gonna look, all that, but sorta try to get it in one video. I will post other stuff maybe from this qualifier if needed or if improved, but that will be shorter videos recorded with Shadowplay. Because if I have to upload all this, like for instance the speedtrap, I think that's the lowest, the hardest one, 2.6 gigabytes. So it has to upload, although I have a pretty decent internet package, has to upload like 2 hours or something, uploading, processing, posting it and all that. While with OBS, the whole video that I'm making now, which is all these videos put in one video, that will probably make 1 hour upload and that's it. that's the difference. But I am recording at 30 FPS now to avoid lag with OBS, and I can record 60 FPS with Shadowplay. But anyway, so this will be it for this qualifier for now, unless times are improved, like the crew time attack has to be improved because I'm 10 seconds of the top time. That's a bit too high. We'll see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.